Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be the English trainer for this hour. We will be going over emergencies and like when you call for an emergency, if you have to call 911 when you're in the US or in the UK, what are some phrases that you would use? So that's what we will be going over today. And my name is Holly, and I am actually located in the United States. It is 11 p.m. here, and I'm really happy to meet you all. So, all right. Let's get going. Let me quickly show you the material that we will go over. So this topic is really designed to practice and learn vocabulary. So my learning goals for everyone today is to learn a new vocabulary and phrases, and practice speaking with the new words. That's the plans I have for you guys today. And this is Cornell, your baby. You have a new picture.
Yeah, you are right. It is a new picture because my baby is 6 months year old at the moment.
Uh-huh.
So
Has he
it is a new picture about
uh-huh.
him.
Is he starting to crawl?
Sorry?
Is he starting to crawl?
I don't understand the word. Please write it on the chat box and I will check it.
It's in the chat box. It's to crawl. That's where you go. You write on your hands and feet. So, hi, Felipe. How are you?
Yeah. You are right. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to take care him because he is getting dangerous.
Yeah.
because of
You have to.
because of calling.
He's It used to be you could sit him in a blanket in the middle of the room and he'd still be there. Now you you can't do that.
Yeah.
All right, Felipe. It's been a while since I've seen you. How
Yeah,
are you doing?
I'm fine. You?
Good. Good.
Nice.
So are you still in Seattle?
Yeah, I'm still in Seattle.
Uh-huh. And you're gonna
Yeah.
be there until the end of the year? Is that?
Yeah, I have to leave from here January 8th.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
still a little bit longer. Well, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, after of that, I'm going to Vancouver for 5 days, and
Uh-huh.
then my flight goes back to Chile January 13th.
Okay. And then will you go back to work, or will you be looking for a new job, or what will you
Yeah,
do?
I think so. Looking for new job or maybe trying to come back, but I don't know. I had to
Uh-huh.
make some papers in the embassy. I don't
Hmm.
know. I'm going to try to find some way to come back.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Hi, Julio. Did you ever get inside your house last night?
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay.
And everything was okay.
I was
I
thinking about
got, yeah.
I was thinking about you earlier today because it was raining here, and I thought, oh man, what would he have done if it would have started to rain? Did you have a covering over you?
Yeah, I have a tin roof,
Oh, okay.
so it would have been okay.
It would have been okay. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. And Jabo, welcome back. So,
Yeah, nice to see you again.
did you take a class while I was on break, or
No, no, there was no class. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
1 hour before. No,
Oh, there
I just
wasn't.
I just took a break and drank
Hmm.
a cup of tea, hot tea.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I did. I can't. I mean, I have done it before. I've taught, I think, 5 or 6 hours in a row, but it's really really hard. So, but yeah, I didn't know there wasn't a class at this time before now. But anyway, cool. So let's go ahead and get started. And everybody, this is Cornell's baby. He's starting to crawl now. So that's really cool. So hi Abimelech. What did you do during the break?
Well, I was watching documentaries.
Okay, and and I was playing video games. So um, it's kind of silly, but I'm starting to get addicted to a certain game on my iPad. So all right, let's go ahead and start with emergencies. A question for you: in the states, if there is an emergency, the normal thing that you call, if you call on the telephone, you just dial 911. And I understand that's not the same in other countries. So, what do people call in your country if there's an emergency? Abimelech, do people make a telephone call if there's an emergency? And if so, what do they call?
It's 100 100.
Okay, so US, bear with me. 911. And so in India it's 100, just 100.
Yes.
Okay, I gotta spell your country name right. India. Okay, and Jabo in Taiwan, what do you guys dial?
Okay, in Taiwan we don't have 911, but we have 119 for ambulance and
119.
110 for police officer. Yeah.
Okay, so 119 or 110 depending on what you need.
Yes.
So, all right, okay. Hi, Ellen. How are you today?
Hi, Holly. Yes, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah. So, remind me, you are from Hong Kong, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So tell us, in Hong Kong, what do you guys dial in case of an emergency?
We dialed 999 for emergency.
999?
Yes.
Okay. It's interesting how everybody has a different number. Mexico, Julio, what do you guys dial in Mexico?
Well, we do have an emergency number. I think it's 060, but actually the response time is terrible.
Uh-huh.
Usually when you call, it's always busy.
Oh, wow. So that's not very good. Is that
No.
due to the corruption that you've mentioned?
I'm not sure what's the reason for this, but I do think that it's a disorganization,
Mm-hmm.
very much, and the lack of resources.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And Hungary, Cornell, what number do you guys call?
Dial number is 104.
What was it? 1040?
Yeah,
104.
104. Yeah.
104? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And in Chile, what do you guys call?
In Chile, we have different numbers for anything. For example, we have to call to ambulance 131, firefighters 132, police 133, and investigation police 134.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what is 135?
135, we have 135 too. Let me see. Drugs phone. No. Let me see. Sorry. 135. I'm looking that number. Give me 10 seconds. Yeah. 135. Yeah, drugs phone.
Mm-hmm. And what is 130? Is it 130 the operator?
130 we don't have.
Okay.
We have 138, 139, 13. Yeah. For example, we have 130 if for when how do you say, a lot of trees, forest, where there's some fire, in a black forest, for example.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And thank you, Cornell, for correcting my spelling. I didn't even notice that I'd spelled it wrong.
I recognize it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's interesting. And do all the citizens in Chile know those numbers?
Sorry?
Do all the citizens in Chile just know to dial 131 or 132 or 133?
Yeah, from the school. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you learn it at school.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I find it amazing that that every country is slightly different. Um, but that's good in many respects.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I need to keep this list if I ever travel to your countries.
Yeah, if you go to Chile, it's so hard.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about different types of emergencies. So let's look at the different types of emergency below and match each one to the emergency workers on the right. Then talk about what types of emergency are common in your country. So Abimelech, could you choose the first one? A house fire would be saved by who?
A house fire would be a firefighter.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Thank you. And Alan, a car accident would go to?
Yes, car accident should be go to police officer.
That would be a break-in.
A rescue worker.
Let's see, a lifeguard. I think it would be a paramedic.
Paramedic. Oh, okay. I don't know the word paramedic.
A paramedic is the ambulance driver.
Okay, it's same as ambulance.
Yeah. So a paramedic is basically an ambulance driver, is what it is.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. So a paramedic. So a break-in, Jabo.
Okay. A break-in, you can call a police officer.
Mm-hmm. A police officer, okay. And somebody drowning at sea would be what, Julio?
Somebody drowning at sea, it will be a lifeguard.
A lifeguard, okay, excellent. All right, and then Cornell, then an earthquake would be what?
It could be
The hardest one here, so.
yeah, rescue worker.
A rescue worker, okay. And Felipe, tell me, if you had a break-in in either your car or your residence, in your country, how quickly would the police come?
I don't know. I think depends of the day, depend of the season, if day or night. I don't know. But usually it could be, I don't know, 15 minutes, more or less.
Okay. So, but it depends on the day or the season or how busy they are and stuff like that.
But around in the best case, could be, I don't know, 5 minutes, and the worst case, I don't know, half hour maximum.
Okay. Okay. All right. And Abimelech, now do you live near the sea?
No, I live
Okay,
far.
I'll ask another question there. Okay, in the earthquake, India has had some earthquakes. What is the procedure? I mean, are kids taught at school what to do about an earthquake?
Procedure means?
Yeah, what is the procedure? What do you guys do when there is an earthquake, and are kids taught how to handle it? Are you an earthquake country in India?
Yeah, but
Procedure.
where I live, there is no earthquake.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
usually they don't teach us.
Okay, so in your area of India, there are very few earthquakes or no earthquakes. Okay. Does anybody know what the procedure is for if there is an earthquake, what people are supposed to do?
People are supposed to do just evacuate from the house. So go to open ground, go out from the building. quickly.
You're supposed to leave the building quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mohammed has asked me a question. The PDF and the audio are right here. Just press on these two things, and you'll find the PDF and the audio. So, bear with me a moment. Okay, so you just have to leave the house in order to is that safer than staying in?
No.
Not necessarily. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Alan, when in Hong Kong, how quickly do firefighters respond to house fires?
I think usually 10 to 15 minutes. Yes, because Hong Kong is a small city. There will not be very far from anywhere to fire station. So I think that would not be take too long to get to the arrive to the accident point.
Yeah, so it's that okay, thank you. All right. Jabo, in Taiwan, what's it in Taiwan? How about the house fires? How quickly do people respond in Taiwan? Is it similar to
Taiwan is just like Hong Kong, yeah. Because Taiwan is a small place, and we have fire station near our corner, every corner, and if you call a fire station, they will come very quickly, yeah. Maybe
Okay.
just 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Julio, you mentioned that the police do not come very quickly, or the rescue workers do not come. What do people usually do in Mexico
Good
when there's an
question.
emergency?
We usually, well, if there is like a medical emergency or a fire, well, we have a special number for the for the fire department. Um, and then we have the Red Cross, so they help us a lot with this. But if it's like like a robbery or a domestic violence situation, we pretty much just handle it by ourselves. Because obviously we don't trust the police, so probably they are just gonna make things worse.
Okay.
And by the way, I do disagree with my friend that said that it is safer to stay inside a building when there is an earthquake.
Okay.
I think that the structure of the building might weaken, and so I think it's much safer to find a place outside that is clear, where you can wait for someone to evaluate if the building is in good condition.
Okay. I mean, I've heard what you have to do is stand in doorways, but I don't know how true that is. The doorways are usually the strongest areas or something, but I don't know. Does anyone know how to answer Luan's question? She asked, "Can I watch a live video after freeze 7 days?" Do you guys know? Anyone know? I think you can, Luan.
Yes, he can. Actually, everybody can watch live.
Yeah, as long as you're a free member, right?
Actually, you don't need to be a member to watch the live videos. They are available
really?
for everybody. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Because she asked in the last class as well, and I forgot to answer it before I left. So, so I guess I'll answer it. Yes. All right. Cornell. Nobody here. Cornell, how about break-ins? If somebody in Hungary were to get their car broken into or their house broken into, would the police respond really quickly, or would they take their time?
It depends on situation, but it is very similar to Mexico because police is not fast concerning this subject.
Okay.
It is the same. It is the same as emergency.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
I hope it will be getting better in the future. but at the moment it is the situation, and it is not good good one.
Is it because of corruption in the police department?
Yeah, there is a corruption in hidden in hidden, but according to government there is no corruption in the country, but it is not true. Yeah.
I think there's corruption in every country.
Yeah, but yeah, it is very complicated in Hungary because there is a very strict prime minister and other at the moment, and something will be happened in Hungary because of instructions of government, because everything is being increased regarding prices and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it is a wrong direction, which comes from the government.
And is it because of greed?
Sorry?
Is it because of greed?
Greed? What does it stand for? Greed.
Greed means the need for more money, and power.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I want to comment something very quickly about Mexico. There used to be this. Well, I think we still have this number where you can actually anonymously report a felony. And a lot of people, like, there were a lot of TV spots, and a lot of people were doing this, and actually all that information got leaked, and many of these people suffer retaliation from drug cartels and criminals. And nobody calls the police if they want to report anything. They just keep their mouth shut.
Because of that kind of stuff. Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's interesting. I had no idea. No idea at all. All right, let's go on. We have ambulance, squad car, break-in, trapped, fire engine, unconscious, hurt, and wildfire. Does everybody know these words? Are you familiar?
What does squad car mean? Squad, it is for example, football team.
Yeah, a squad car actually is another word for police car.
Yeah.
So it's just a regular police car. So it's a regular police car that people that the police cars drive. So.
Is this American English or Brisbane English?
Most of this is Lingua House, so it's British English.
Okay.
Yeah. And what I like to use British English material. Since you guys are studying World English, I use the British English material, and when I know that, when I add the American English if there's a big difference. So.
Yes.
So, all right. Let's go ahead and add this. Abimelech. Can you read number 1?
Okay. A is an uncontrolled fire that can spread very quickly. Wildfire.
A wildfire. Okay. Wildfire. Okay, excellent. Number 2, Philippe, could you read number 2?
Okay, if you enter a building illegally and by force, if you hurt.
No.
Break in.
Break in. Okay. Yeah. So if you break in, you enter a building illegally and by force.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 3, Ellen.
Okay. An ambulance is a vehicle used by paramedic to respond an emergency.
Okay. Could you read that again, Ellen?
An ambulance is a vehicle used by paramedics to respond to an emergency.
Okay, thank you. I thought I heard you say pronounce the V wrong, which is very typical of Europeans, but
Yes.
not Asians. So I thought, okay, let me have you say it right. Say it again. So, all right, number 4, Cornell.
If you are hurt, you have a physical injury.
Yes, if you are hurt, yeah, or physical or emotional injury. So, number 5, Jabo.
Okay. If you are unconscious, you are not awake because of an injury.
Okay. Okay, and number 6, Julio.
If you are trapped, you are unable to move or escape from some place.
Okay, and number 7, Alan.
Okay. Um, a fire engine is a vehicle used by firefighters to respond to an emergency.
Okay, excellent. Cornell,
Police is coming in the background.
no, is that fire or ambulance? So, okay, Cornell.
Yeah.
Number 8.
What was the last one?
A fire.
Squad car is a vehicle used by police to respond to an emergency.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so question for you. Let's start with Jabo.
Hi.
So, do you guys have wildfires in Taiwan? Probably not, since you're an island.
Because there are so many cities in Taiwan. I mean, wildfire only happen in the village country. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to ask the right questions, don't I? So, do any of you guys, and besides my own country, do any of you guys live in an area where there's a lot of wildfires? Anybody?
No.
For the root wildfire, does that mean the fire at the countryside or or has other definition?
No, it's usually in the countryside. It's usually started either by thunder and lightning, or it's started by a camper. Somebody who has.
Oh, yes.
So, and usually, like in my area, every summer we have a forest or 2 or 3 that are burned up, and it takes weeks and months for them to get control of the wildfires.
Okay.
But I'm thinking Hong Kong and Taiwan probably wouldn't have any.
In Hong Kong, we usually have wildfire in the winter because the weather is very dry and very easy to getting burned for trees or the wood in the countryside or in the mountain.
Okay.
There is nobody lives there, but some camper will go there at for example weekend, but left some fire there and get burned the mountain.
Okay. Okay, so you do have wildfires a little bit then in Hong Kong. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just thinking Hong Kong would be too small. But you do have mountains then, and people climb them and so forth. Okay, awesome. Okay, are there wildfires at all in India?
Yes, in dry season, in countryside, in dry season, maybe we can see. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Chile, Felipe, do you guys have wildfires in Chile?
Yeah, we have, but in the summertime, like you said in near of your house, we have a lot of wildfire. But sometimes the people say that are the same firefighters that want to fight some fire, and they do that fire in the forest. I don't know.
Oh, they make
Yeah.
do the fire themselves?
Yeah. There's some cases about that too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't in the States they have people that are actually they have a seasonal job. In the summertime, that's what they do is fight fires, and in the wintertime they do other jobs. So
Yeah.
I had an employee last year that's how he was. He fought fires during the summer.
Mhm.
So, Julio, how about in Mexico?
No, not really.
Mhm.
I've heard about a few of them, but they are not like big fires, just small fires.
Mhm.
Talking about wildfires.
Yeah.
But well, I just want to talk about an event that happened in my country like 10 years ago.
Okay.
It was around this time of the year. Here was very popular. I remember that while I was growing up, that during Christmas season, it was very popular for kids to play with firecrackers, and you could
Mhm.
find a lot of them. Uh, you know, cracker stalls, so firecracker stalls in the street. And there was a big flea market downtown that was very famous because that was the place to go if you wanted to buy firecrackers. They have like literally dozens of stands of people
Mhm.
selling all types of firework and firecrackers. And
Mhm.
I don't know why, maybe it was a spark, but this flea market caught on fire,
Oh,
and it was
really?
a big fire, and hundreds of people died there because it was gunpowder everywhere and firecrackers everywhere, so it caught on fire really fast, and the people weren't able to escape. So it was a big tragedy here in my hometown. It's one of the
Wow.
fire I think about that situation. I remember I was a little kid when that happened,
Mhm.
but I mean the ashes and that they wrap these firecrackers with newspaper.
Mhm.
The little pieces of newspaper flew all over the city, and they even got to my house that was many kilometers away.
Wow. Wow. So, do they stay away from fireworks now, or?
Now they are forbidden. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah. Wow. Uh, that's that's a really sad story, actually. So, um, and then it was basically people in the market, right, that died.
Yeah, exactly. A lot
Yeah.
of people, children, women.
Mhm.
That was
Every
a big
age.
tragedy. And but well, at least something good came out of it that they forbid that stuff,
Mhm.
and now things are a little bit safer.
Mhm. Yeah. So, Ellen, you wrote it might be strange, but people like to go barbecue during winter.
Yes, because I think this is one of the reasons that's why we often have Wi-Fi in the
In the
winter.
winter. Mhm.
Yeah, because in Hong Kong most people like to go barbecue at the countryside
Mhm.
during the winter because it's so cold and people can sit around some fire and getting warm
Mhm.
and having fun. So so that's maybe one of the reasons that the wildfire usually happens in the winter.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't think it's strange that people like to go barbecue during winter because I know people that like to go barbecue every day of the year. So, um,
Yes,
but
because Hong Kong um, is a very hot city in the weather.
mhm.
So in the winter, we usually the temperature is around uh, 10 or to 15 degrees Celsius. So this is also good for outside activities.
Exactly. Exactly.
As
So,
the winter is not like other country like Europe that maybe 0 degree. This actually it is impossible for outgoing
yeah.
activity, I think.
I think we would call it a mild winter. So, So,
Yes.
all right. Cornell, do you guys have wildfires in Hungary?
Uh, yes, but it is not like in the summer because firing is not allowed in the summer when the temperature is over 30.
Okay.
Yeah,
So when is it? Is it usually winter time or when is it?
it is not like in winter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when do they have the wildfires in? Or is there any specific season for wildfires?
In summer, but as I mentioned before, it is not like because white firing in the nature is not allowed by government when the temperature is over 30.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it rarely happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Leo, question for you. Have you ever lost your keys and had to break into your house?
Yes, once yesterday.
Yeah, that's why
uh,
I asked.
Now today I very early I went to the I think it's the locksmith.
Uh-huh.
He made some copies of my keys.
Made some
So that
copies.
won't happen again.
Yeah. But you did get, but what I thought was great was the fact that you had a device, or either a laptop or some type of device that you went. I will take this time and just go to Verbling. So that was good.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it pretty much. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, while I was jumping over the fence, I kind of hurt my knee a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So has anybody else out here ever had to break into your own home?
Not breaking the home, but there was a time I break into my car
Mm-hmm.
because of I lost the key inside the car.
Mm-hmm.
I,
I've done
I,
that
I
too.
left my key.
Yeah. I had.
So
Yeah. I've done that as well.
That's funny
Okay.
because people look at you like if you were stealing your own car. They
Uh-huh.
don't know what to do. They or call the police or just come and help you.
Yeah. Or they watch you and they go, "What are you doing?" But they don't call the police. And it's like, if you're suspicious, why aren't you calling the police?
Yeah,
So yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And Jabo, have you ever broken in to your home or your car?
No, I just wondering why you need to break in your house when you lost your key. I mean, you can call a key shop. Someone will come here to help you to open the door for you. Yeah.
Well,
Hmm?
it's not in the States.
Yeah,
Um,
in Taiwan, everywhere you can find a key shop.
oh,
Someone,
really?
yeah, someone you call someone and someone will come to your house, and they have so many kinds of keys and can just open your door. Yeah,
How
or
can
your
you
car.
how can you prove to the locksmith that that is your place?
Sorry, could say again.
Yeah, say for example, could you go and call and uh, call the locksmith and get a key to my house?
No, they
So,
have special tool to open your door. You
uh,
just pay several hundred and NT dollar Taiwan money, and
mhm,
they have some special tools and can open your door. Yeah, you don't
okay,
have to break in your house. I mean,
okay,
it's very dangerous.
okay. I was locked out of my out of this house a few weeks ago actually, and I did not have shoes on. I had just my slippers, and I was lucky that I was wearing a sweatshirt, and it was completely cold outside. And what I ended up doing was I walked over to my brother-in-law's work to get the key, and he wasn't there. And so I had to pick my niece up from the bus about 20 minutes later. So I waited at her bus stop, and then when we were walking home, I was going to try to have her crawl through a window, and then I realized that she could crawl through the doggy door.
Cool.
So she broke in by crawling through the doggy door. And I've done that twice with people where I've had them, they're smaller than me, so I've had them crawl through the doggy door. So, Cornell,
I
have
have
you
a
ever?
question.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
At least in my country, it is not necessary for you to prove that it is your house for a locksmith to open it. Is
Really?
the same in the States? No, in my country, you don't need to do that.
You would need to, somehow, because the locksmith would be responsible if they let somebody in and it wasn't their home. So I think that's probably why it's not a normal thing to call a locksmith, because uh, because I don't think they would do it. I don't know. I haven't even thought of it. I mean, I locked myself out one time of a door in my home, and I misplaced the key, and I had a locksmith come into my home and so forth. But I've never heard of having a locksmith come and unlock the outside doors of somebody's home. Is that normal then in Mexico as well?
Yeah, here they don't ask you for anything, and actually, I've done that a couple of times, and I always thought it was strange they didn't even care if that was your house or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some regulation is needed because it is
Mm-hmm.
dangerous. And I actually was
Yeah.
kind of afraid later because I thought like, okay, this guy already, I mean, broke into my house, and what's gonna keep him from doing that again?
Yeah. It's true. That's true. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and look at these dialogues. What I want you guys to do first, though, is we have some dialogues to listen to. In this section right here, press on the audio right here and go ahead and take a few minutes and listen to the audio. And then press right here. If everybody would do that. Can everybody else hear it?
Yes.
So you would press this right here. Okay. Has everybody heard it? I know Cornell, were you able to figure it out?
Not I volume was very low, so
Oh, okay.
I heard something in the background, but I didn't understand it.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely not.
That's fine. You can press on the link later as well. Julio, I was thinking the exact same thing. What do you think was wrong with these dialogues? Julio wrote, "Real people don't speak like that." Talk to
But
us.
well, I've heard some emergency calls. I mean, 911 calls online, and it doesn't sound anything like that.
Yeah.
So you guys speaks like robots, and everybody's really calm,
Yeah.
and they speak like, well, it's RMP style. I think that's how you call it. Like you can tell that it's for an English lesson,
Mhm.
not the real deal.
Yeah. I totally completely agree with you. I was thinking the same thing as I was listening to it. I went, okay, so last time I called 911, I was practically screaming into the phone because I was so hysterical, and this lady was not. Does everybody else agree that this didn't sound right?
I think if you call for emergency for yourself, is you'll be uncramped. But if you call for emergency for other people, you may be very cramped for this.
Okay. So you might be more calm if it's you see an emergency across the street and it's somebody else. Okay. And Cornell, what do you think?
Sorry, Holly, what was the question?
I know you did not hear the dialogue very well, but the dialogue, it sounded like it was actually for an English lesson, and the people were very calm when they talked. Do you think that most people, and Ellen made the point that if you call for yourself, you are not calm, for your family or whoever, but if it's for a stranger, you might be more calm. What do you think?
I don't understand. Sorry, Holly, I didn't understand the question.
Okay. That's okay. Felipe, what do you think? If you call for, if you call for emergency and you're calling for somebody you don't know, are you more calm than if you were calling for your family members? Okay, maybe he's having problems with his microphone. Jabo, what do you think?
Yeah, if I call emergency, I will be very nervous and I will speak very fast. But in this dialogue, the reporter is very calm, just like you say, and also the operator is also very calm. Yeah, it seems like it's not his business. Just he's very relaxed and something like that.
Yeah, it's a little bit too relaxed. Okay, so let's listen to the dialogues is what we did, and let's put the type of emergency next to each one. So the first one was for what?
Oh, wildfire emergency.
Wildfire. Okay. Okay, and the dialogue 2 was anybody?
Breakin.
Break-in, yeah. And dialogue 3?
Car accident.
Car accident. Okay. All right. So let's we're going to go through these dialogues again, and now complete the dialogue and listen again to check your answers. We're not going to listen again. So let's see if we can put these words in here. So Alan, could you be the operator? And Julio, could you be Alice?
Okay.
All right.
Hello, fire department.
Hello. There is a fire near my house.
Okay. Where is the fire?
On Bridge Street, behind the town hall.
Is this a house fire?
No, I don't think so. I see a lot of smoke, and I think it's coming from the park.
Okay. Is everybody safe?
Yes.
Right. Wildfires can be pretty dangerous, so just make sure that everyone stay away from the smoke and flames. The firefighters are on their way.
Oh, thank you.
Can we contact you at this number?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay, and keep in mind when there's a compound noun, but like wildfires, you actually have to pronounce and stress both words. Wildfires. 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 And okay, and a question for you guys. In your countries, if, say for example, somebody reported a wildfire, somebody reported a break-in, and you know, a 911 or your emergency services has your number thanks to technology. What happens if somebody reports a wildfire or something, and it really wasn't? It was a false report. Do they get in trouble? Do they get fined?
I'm not sure, but I think if there is evidence or proof that they are in purpose, they will get some penalty.
Okay. Okay. How about in Taiwan?
I think it depends. Depends who is the caller. If the caller is the children, they maybe not be fine. But if the caller is an adult, just men and women, maybe they will get fined. Yeah.
Okay. And Julio, how about in Mexico?
I'm not sure. I think if you are making a prank call and you do it like many times, probably you're gonna get fined. But people that do these kind of calls, they usually do them over a pay phone, or I don't think they are that stupid to do that on their cell phone.
Yeah, you would think. So, yeah. How about in Hungary?
Yeah, in Hungary there is a report regarding happening this activity because it is a rule to have a report and examining about them.
Okay. Right. Thank you. Yeah, I had this happen when I was in graduate school. I was just getting ready to leave, and I started smelling smoke, and it was a really strange gas smoke smell. And so I called my landlord, who was next door, actually, and she told me to call 911, and so I did. And a few minutes later, they were there, and it turned out my furnace was burning up, and it was kind of a non-emergency. It turned out it was not really an emergency, but I remember the fire chief has said to me, well, we will not charge you even though this was not an emergency, because we know that you were being you were just being diligent and doing, basically it's not a problem. And that was the first time I realized that if you call a non-emergency to an emergency number, they will actually charge you. So I was like, oh wow. But it was surprising to me. Let's go to dialogue 2. Jabo, could you be operator, and Cornell, would you be the Alice?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see the file. Okay. Only can you scroll down? Okay.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
Oh no,
or
no,
up?
no.
Grow up.
Scroll up. Sorry.
Okay.
I see your screen. Yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah, well,
it's,
it is possible to reuse the screen.
I open the PDF file. Just wait me a second.
okay. Just open. Yeah, probably best to open the PDF because I can't reduce. I can make it bigger actually.
Okay, now I want to start. Yeah. Emergency services. Please state your emergency.
There's been a break-in at my house.
I'm waiting for your answer.
Can you see if anyone is hurt at my house?
Okay. When did this happen?
I believe it happened last night.
Was anything stolen?
It looks like just the television.
And how did they break in?
Well, my front window was broken.
Okay, we will send a scorecard shortly.
I would appreciate that.
Have a nice
Yeah.
day. Thank you for your call.
See, and in this situation, it would be considered, in my country, it would be considered a non-emergency, and they might get charged. You might, if you call 911 for this type of situation, since it happened last night, it would, they'd get charged for it. So, or the 911 operator would transfer the person to a police department, the local precinct and so forth like that. Would this, is this considered an emergency in your countries?
No, I don't think so. Probably you are afraid that if you see that your house has been broken in, you will find maybe it's thief or the robber inside your house. So probably I would stay outside and I will call. But actually, I wouldn't call anybody. But if I were in
Yeah.
the States, I would call 911.
You would? Okay. Yeah, I would call a non-emergency number is what I would do, but I don't have the non-emergency number, so I'd call somebody else first and get it, and then call. So, and next one, actually, let's skip this, and let's role play for about a couple minutes. So, Julio, you be the operator, and Alan, you be the person calling, and do number 1.
All right.
Okay.
911, what's your emergency?
Yes. I want to report fires across the region of mine.
All right. Are you safe?
Yes, I'm safe, but I think the people in the building not safe.
Okay, can you tell me where is it located? What's the address?
Okay. The address is something else, somewhere else. Yes. I saw that some people are screaming at the building.
Wow.
Okay, okay, sir, don't worry because help is on its way. We are dispatching a fire truck and an ambulance. So please just stay on the phone and try to see if you can give us more detail about what's going on.
Yeah, sure.
I think that you should be an emergency operator, Julio. That was very good. So, okay, Jabo and Cornell. Since we only have time for one, can you, Cornell, could you be the operator, and Jabo, could you be the person calling, and you can choose one of these, 2 through 5, whichever one you want to do. Okay.
Okay. So which one do you like to choose?
It is a good
Okay.
question.
What?
Second one.
Oh, second one. Okay. Okay. Okay now.
Okay. Hello, it is an emergency. Because I am on the motorway and I have just seen a car crash. Could you please help us? Because I think accident is very dangerous. Was very dangerous.
So Cornell, are you
You're the operator, Cornell.
You're operator.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, how can I help you?
And also, I want to report the car accident. Yeah.
What has happened?
Oh, car accident when I Ken Hong in my lower. I see a car accident.
Sorry, could you please repeat it because there was something wrong with the line.
Okay. Mister, I would like to report the car accident immediately because someone is hurt in the car, I think.
Yeah, okay. Emergency will be will go right away, and we will do our best as soon as possible.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to keep my number? Yeah, you want to send a ambulance immediately?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Please patient.
Okay, thank you for your help.
Okay, thank you.
Please be patient. And Cornell, you kind of got excited and you spoke very fast, and it was hard to understand. So try to slow down your speech, and it will be easier to understand.
Yeah, okay.
So, all right, and then also Njabo, if you would have said accident, he probably would have understood it more. But you said accident or something like that. Accident. Yeah. So both C's are pronounced accident.
Okay,
you're welcome. All right. Thank you all for your time and attention, and I hope you guys learned something new today, and I hope to see you in another class. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye,
thank
Holly.
you.
Thanks.
Take it
Bye.
easy.
Thank you, Holly. See you.